first things first, okay? There's no such thing as a YouTube or TikTok real couple, all right? Somebody is being forced to be somewhere that they want in order to pay the bills, because one done got famous, the other doesn't have anything to do, so they just typically just combine together, and that's why you see that Desmond Scott has lower subscribers than his wife, Christy.
Do you notice that most people are like Tasha K? Like they just know, they know what everybody has going on because they look at life through what's going on with them. They're not able to look at anything else except for what they've been through. So that means that everybody else is doing it too, which makes no sense, which says that you are not an open person. You're not.
Christy is on social media all day, every day.
Okay. So I hope you guys get the framing here, because the framing is absolutely insane. Someone is being forced to be somewhere they don't want to be to pay the bills. The bills have to get paid, but also, how do you know Desmond is being forced to be there and do these videos? Mind you, he does videos on his own. They do retakes. He has now his own channel where he's uploading. What tells you that he's being forced and he does not want to be there?
It's simple. She knows every goddamn thing. Because you know what? That is going on in her own relationship. Check or whatever his damn name is, apparently he must not want to be there. Because if that's how you live, where everything in your relationship is going on and everybody else's, then that just tells me a lot. But Tasha K, that tells me a lot. Let's go on.
Fundamentally, a husband cheated on his wife. The wife subsequently filed for divorce from a cheating husband. That is what happened.
I don't think she has time to wash her ass. It's just so much content. And then she's a mother of 2 kids. I don't even know how she has time, no shade to her, to be a mom, but that's what Desmond was for. Desmond was cooking. He was feeding the kids.
Tasha sounds like a jealous bitch.
Pussy asshole. That's what I said, right? Okay.
It is weird to question her parenting when you don't know. That is insane to do. That's an insane thing to do. Mind you, this is the same woman that had her child in... Never mind. I'm not going to get into that lore. I found out about it very recently. I'm not getting into it, but it's wild to be complaining about other people's parenthood. And I'm not even saying, like, it's fine to send your child to Jamaica, somewhere in Nigeria, somewhere in Africa, where your family's from, and let them be raised in a different environment. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's weird to try to project onto someone else your parenting philosophy.
A lot of people worried about how the kids were going to be fed. Their daddy likes to cook because mom is out there every single moment is for the internet. Okay. Now, apparently this couple has been together since they were 14 years old. 14. That's all they know. All right. And so recently the wife here dropped the bombshell whenever she filed for divorce. Everybody was like, well, what happened? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Jasmine wrote a video. This happened. TMZ dropped it. She got the video in her inbox. Yeah, this happened. Look at this. Look at Desmond, y'all. Look at that. He is making out in a club. He look like he ain't kissed nobody in a long time. It's been a long time. Move out the way. Shit. I hate when folks stand up. Look, she could have stood up and made that video. Desmond didn't know that video was being made. He busy. He locked in. His eyes closed. He don't care. That brother gone. He gone.
When the last time you kissed Shrek like that? I mean, it's like, I just don't see Tasha with a great ex life. I don't. She seems boring. She seems like she just lay on her back with her big ass, flat ass feet up in the air. I don't want to watch it. I would not want to watch the X tape of Shrek and Tasha. I just wouldn't want to see it. Would y'all watch a X tape of them? It just would seem boring, like watching paint dry. Like you can recognize passion, but I don't think you have any in your marriage either. While we just assuming about every damn body. I'm not really getting my life in between what y'all got going. I don't feel the flames.
Look at him. That is passionate. That's wow. Wow. And so when she filed for divorce, everybody was like, what happened? Why you filed for divorce? And y'all was calling the man gay, all types of stuff, you know. And then I said, I know what happened. So when this video came out, in order for her to get in front of this, she decided to file for divorce, and change her name to get in front of the narrative when she knew that man didn't want her no more. She knew that. She knew he didn't want her because he told her. He came out with a statement. Let me pull the statement up. Y'all give me a second. Let me see. Hopefully I screenshotted that statement. Because that statement told us everything that we needed to know. And y'all got to start listening to men. Whenever they tell you something verbatim, please don't put words in their mouth, y'all. It takes a lot for a man to communicate. They're not just as forthcoming as we are unless they are trying to be who we are. A lot of men lack communication. It takes a lot of energy for them to build up the courage to talk to us and to share their truth. And I'm sure he's been sharing his truth forever. We've seen it come out on camera. We've seen it. He's like, cut the camera off. He's OCD. You're messing up. Everything is not for content. Can we just have a break? Can we just take a break?
So what are you trying to say? That unless a man is gay, he can verbally tell you his emotions? I don't quite understand that. A man can speak his emotions if he had a mother that raised him to do that. That is something that a mother must raise in her son. Or father, grandmother, whoever. So somehow, a woman is now a goddamn Braille reader. Okay, so now I'm reading Braille and have to learn sign language. All just to be with this man. I have to do all this just to have a husband. Yeah, I don't think so. And then she talking about listen to a man when they say something you don't. Try to figure out what he's trying to say. Bitch, what do you want me to do? He don't know how to communicate. He don't know how to say his emotions. He can't get it out. What's the lady name? The blind lady that taught the people, which I don't believe that shit no way. Bitch, what is it, Karen Heller? Bitch, just call me Karen Heller. The fuck?
She's lying about those videos, and to the extent there were videos, because I haven't watched all of them, those videos were edited, approved by both parties. So if he is being annoyed in the video, it's because he's playing the annoyed husband. You just said it's not all real. Like, to sit up there and say these couples aren't real and then take what is happening on camera as evidence against Chrissy, but not against Desmond is weird. Like, it is so one-sided and obviously slanted in a way that doesn't make sense that it justifies for me the argument that I've always made, and a lot of women also make online, is that for you to be the kind of pick-me, and when I say pick-me, I'm talking about the archetype of a woman who will throw other women under the bus to be on the side of men, right? And men who do bad things. And it's weird because you have to lie so much to keep your position that it doesn't even make sense to continue to talk like this. Because if you have any analytical reasoning skill, you will realize how conflicting each idea is from the one previously stated. And so you would try to at least prevent yourself from continuing down a path of just being a contradictory mess.
I personally think that misery loves company. She is totally okay with, pushing marriage to toxic men because she is toxic as fuck. She's toxic. And the people who are okay with her that are actually like fans, they are the same way. People are not going to be a fan of her and not like bullshit. And it is sad that she is okay with pumping marriage, talking about some young women, and all this other shit, young women PSAs and shit. But like, what are you telling women? You're telling women to get married to dysfunctional ass men, and when he's ready to go lay around and cheat, then you go ahead and you cheat too. Like, what kind of fucking marriage, bitch, do you like? Long as you marry, it don't matter how bad it is. Ma'am, no.
Like, this is just There's just contradiction after contradiction after contradiction. And there's no thinking. And this is not me giving marital advice, dating advice. It's just basic reasoning skills. Like, this does not make sense. You're contradicting yourself in the same video. Like, you are literally sitting up there give men grace, listen to them when they tell you what they want. He didn't want her anymore, right? That's what you said. Desmond is saying and thinking. Then in the end, you're going to say, well, Krisha should have stayed and fought for her marriage. So should she listen to the man or not?
I'm not giving him a pass on what he did, but I'll take a minute. Hold on for a second. Pull up this.
I'm not giving him a pass on what he did. The fact that you said I'm not giving him a pass means you're in fact the fact that you thought you had to clarify that you weren't giving him a pass, Desmond, meant you're giving him a pass.
Pygmies give more than a pass. They give their whole life up. See, people don't realize how dangerous pygmies are. You know, the pygmisha, she's very dangerous. Because see, what men don't understand is that they're very controlling. They like to pretend like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna allow this and I'm gonna allow that. But after years of that shit, they become angry, they become bitter, and they take that shit out on the man. I'm telling you right now, I've seen it all too much in life. The pygmy is the reverse narcissist.
At no point during this video, 0 point thus far, and for the rest of the video, will she address Desmond in a negative light. Even while watching the video of Desmond kissing the woman, she was sitting there, Tasha K was sitting there like, he's gone, I want to see, let that man move so I can see. It reduces the spectacle to comedy. The embarrassment of this woman.
I've been married almost 20 years, and this happened early on in my marriage. Unfortunately, in my marriage, right, when it was happening, I stepped outside of the marriage. I've been married almost 20 years, and this happened early on in my marriage. Unfortunately, in my marriage, right, when it was happening, I stepped out.
She's okay with husbands out here cheating.
It is so annoying for these people to be infantilizing men in this way. Men don't know how to talk, so when you are a grown adult. What do you mean you don't know how to talk? You need to express yourself, and when you want to leave, you leave. I think women who attempt to be pick-me have to fundamentally look down on men. When you say men are useless children who cannot speak or control their urges, you are looking down on them. They are just animals to be tamed.
Oh, absolutely, Damus. Most pygmies are narcissistic women. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the first fucking stone, bitch. They are narcissistic. And the sad part about it is in reverse. It says that's the sad part. They turn into the true narcissists towards the end of their lives when they have spent 40, 50 years of taking abuse off that man. Have you ever seen women like this? They're angry. They hate every woman walking past. They're so unhappy. They're the most unhappiest elderly women that you ever want to lay your eyes on. And they get abusive. That's something that a lot of elderly couples don't like to talk about. But a lot of these women are whooping these older men's behinds. They become abusive. Them older women, they become very abusive. You've seen it before. They hate everybody. They're sickly as hell. They didn't realize that this man, that they could have probably chose differently. And I'm going to tell you something. That's why a lot of these women, they hate other women, because they feel like, who the hell do you think you are? My mother didn't have no man that was a good man. My aunties didn't have a man that was a good man. My siblings, my cousins, everybody has trash ass men. So who do you think you are? Thinking that you're gonna get better, or a man like, oh, so she's better than me because he doing this for her. There is so much hatred there. But they don't understand that they are their mothers, or whoever the pygmisha is that they grew up around. They have become that. They never even experienced their own life. or doing something different. That's why they're so angry and upset. It's really crazy. And it's always a competition. They love the competition. They think that it's love because he keeps coming back to her. It's the most craziest shit. Like nowadays, right now, these young ladies have it good. They have all the knowledge. Women, they're picking it up and taking off with it. You know, and so now, these young women have a chance to, if they listen, be sitting pretty. Yeah, bitch. Desperate, unhappy, miserable pygmies. Yeah, they definitely are not gonna like you at no points in your life. Old, young, it does not matter.
This is how you see men. You decided to deal with men after seeing them this way. You deciding to deal with men after seeing them this way is absolutely insane. It reeks of low self-esteem and desperation to think that men are useless children who cannot control their sexual urges. If that's how you see men, right, and you don't have a higher standard for men, you choosing to be with a man is weird. Okay, let's say he wanted a divorce. By your own standard, when you say listen to men, don't add words to them, which you just did, let's say you are right, he wanted a divorce. Please remember this for when she goes back and say that Chrissy should stay in the marriage and should not have filed for divorce and should have fought for her marriage after saying listen to men and this man wanted a divorce. That is insane. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's mad at Chrissy for actually filing for divorce. That is absolutely insane. That's insane, diabolical, dusty work.
File for divorce on her, and homegirl just did not get it. You guys have to start, whenever a man say that's what he wants, please don't try to rationalize in your mind that he's saying something else. He is saying just this. And you could be Team Chrissy, you could be Team Desmond. I'm Team the family.
Well, no, you're Team Desmond then. If you're Team the family, you would be mad at Desmond for cheating on his wife and breaking up the family. You just articulated that Desmond was done and wanted out of said family. I'm confused.
Tasha K phony as hell. She phony as hell. She just told you about how the dynamic of you two couples are. Okay, well then you should know. You just like the one that's going through the divorce right now. You just like her. Taking care of a damn man that just sit up here and basically got a whole new life off of you. Like how it's actually supposed to be the opposite way around. Like I just don't understand this. And yeah, they like to play in your face and pretend like, oh girl, yeah, you know, womanhood, marriage, mommy and my husband. And if that man divorce you, he'll act like he don't even know your ass. And while, you know, there are some Mia who out here who still do care about their, you know, ex-wives. But they ain't got nobody, bitch. Because if they got a woman or a new wife or whatever the case may be, most women ain't gonna want you to go back to your ex-wife and take care of her. Let that bitch go get her own fucking new husband or her boyfriend or just live her life happy. Obviously, you unhappy as fuck if your new man gotta come in here and your husband in here and took the trash out. What is going on around here? See, that's that narcissistic triangulation bullshit. So we gonna see some shit go on with Tasha K and her husband. Watch. We gonna see some shit unfold because the energy you put out comes back to you.
I don't know why these women do this and pretend that we don't know that they're siding with the man. Like, you're not Team the family. Unless the family means that the woman should put aside her self-esteem and self-worth and be with a man who is publicly embarrassing her and cheating on her after she's being the provider.
That's my problem with social media. Is y'all be team one person and don't realize that this is a family and there are two children that are affected by this.
Okay, yeah, there are two children. You said he's done and he's been done. That's your quote. He's done and he's been done. He wanted a divorce and that's why he cheated. And now you're mad at her and people who are mad at him. Like, I'm confused. If you're Team the family, you're de facto against Desmond who ruined the family. Like, I don't understand this.
because these two didn't know how to separate work from family. Mainly her. Because as a woman,
So you're blaming her for not being able to separate work from family when you don't know if that is what caused anything. But what we do know is that Desmond cheated and will continue to do the kind of work he was doing while he was with Christy without Christy there. So it sounds like Desmond wanted to do it. The separation of work from home is not the issue here. The issue is that a man cheated instead of manning up and leaving the woman if he no longer wanted to be with her. Like, why is this so difficult to, I don't understand why this is so difficult to perceive.
It's difficult to perceive because pygmies have watched their mothers, their aunties, again, whoever they grew up around that was a pygmy. They watched it. They watched it and they saw their mothers lay around with this man. She's happy. She ain't never smiled like that before. She ain't never, mom is nice when she's around this man. So that's what they see that's what they think about men. They think men are great because they got mom acting nice. And so they see mom giving the man money. They see mom buying the man clothes. They see, it's terrible. I mean, the shit can go on and on. There are women out here who show their daughters, things like that. So they have this, you can't talk down on the man. They just, seeing that at 6 years old, 7 years old, or whenever they can grasp, boys, whatever. It's crazy. You are a product of your environment if you let it. If that's what you want your life to be, if you want to repeat your mother's life, your sister's life, your cousin's life, if you want to repeat that shit, then there you go. Let's move on.
It is because, again, Tasha K's identity is tied in some ways to being a wife. And she's now about to preach as to what it means to be a wife. And if you ask her directly, if Chrissy did the things she said to do, would Desmond not cheat? And she would say, no, he might still cheat. Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
woman of the house, young girls, as a woman of the house, you don't stop being a woman of the house just because you are making money or you're needed elsewhere. You are still the woman of the house. You still have a civil duty to entertain your husband off camera. All the entertaining that I saw between them was filmed on camera.
You don't know them. How can you say what they're doing when they're not on camera in the privacy of their own home? This lady Tasha K is weird as hell. And, bitch, I'm not here for men's entertainment purposes. Okay? They're here for my entertainment purposes. The fuck?
Yes. How else would you find entertainment between them? Do you know them? Are you there with them to say when the cameras are off what they're doing? Like, yes, the entertainment you see between the two of them would be filmed as they put content out. How else will you, like, are you okay? We don't know what's happening in their real life. We know he cheated, that's it. To get up on the high horse and talk about young girls, this is what you need to do as a wife is weird. Again, I get social identity and that being tied to being a wife and being a good wife and what it means to perform being a good wife, right? I get this idea, but does that mean he will not cheat? What do you get from being a good wife?
But yeah, you have to lay down with this man, whether you have cancer, whether you have, I don't know, dementia. I mean, is that next? I'm sure that that's been debated as well. But okay, like, it's just crazy. You're not going to be able to rest unless you get that type of man. And if you don't believe that you could get a man like that, then that's why you're never gonna get a man like that. This is the energy that Tasha K is giving off. But the good wife, she's doing all of these things and accepting the bare minimum. She's not even getting that. You women are taking care of the man. Like you are more man than the man. Now, what I would get from being a good wife is never having to work. I'll have my own business of my choice. Beautiful home, vacations, okay, shopping, romance, okay, respect. And guess what? He's gonna know that I'm still up out of here if you're cheating on me, because how can I have a relationship with you? How can I have a relationship with you and you're sleeping around? Like I can't even get comfortable with you because it's like, I don't want the DV, bitch. I'm sorry, I don't want the diseases. I'm sorry. I like the way my V is, okay? I don't want anything wrong with her, okay? I don't want her sick. I don't want to be sick. Like, no, you're not doing that to me. So I'm going to be receiving and expecting a whole lot of things, okay? The good life, okay? I can go on and on, but I won't hold you.
A good wife, right? I get this idea, but does that mean he will not cheat? What do you get from being a good wife? And I'm not telling you not to be a good wife and not listen to Tasha K tell you about your civic duty as a woman to a man when you're married, regardless of how much you're working. Like, I'm not even going to engage with that. I'm just trying to figure out, does this mean he will not cheat? Because I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, how to be a wife. I don't care none about none of that. I care about reasoning. And if the reason you're giving cannot explain anything useful for change of behavior, you're just yapping.
What's wrong with quality time? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want them to divorce. They've been together since they were 14 years old. And in that time, do you feel like, because I know women, y'all like this, like, this is the only man I want to be with, and that's fine. Men ain't like that. He needed it. He has to see something.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Here we go again. This biological essentialism foolishness that we are back at. Men ain't like that, so all men cheat. Women can stay faithful, men can't. Mind you, she's again about to contradict this right away. I think she realized how bad it sounds in the moment, and when she's talking about cheating, she's going to say if a man or a woman do it, when she just made clear that women can be loyal and men can't. I don't know where she's getting that from, but there's kind of biological essentialism, gender essentialism that comes up in the way that a lot of women talk about men online. Feels like you are lowering your standards and expectation, and I think it's out of fear because a lot of these women do not want to leave trash men. So if they can make every man like their dusty, degenerate, disgusting, useless, weak, ain't nothing a B of a man, if they can make every man that, then they do not have the responsibility of leaving trash men, because every man is like their dusty, degenerate husband. And if every man is like their dusty, degenerate husband, why leave your dusty, degenerate husband? It allows a lot of women to stay with dusty men so they feel good about being with these dusty men and not judged for it and mentally okay with it, because they don't want to admit they have low self-esteem and they don't want to go out there and go back into the dating market because of a kind of scarcity mindset.
And I definitely can agree with that. Like, I know people just like that. And honestly, I had to stop being their friend because they were evolving as a woman. And it's like, as a woman, I'm evolving. I always evolve and have a new life. And it's like, it's crazy that I had to get rid of my friends who were just stagnant and just gonna be the same person if you love the way, you are the same way you always been, nothing's really changed about you in your whole entire life, then that is your life. I won't be there. I won't be there. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind saying, hello, hi, you doing, everything all right? You all right? Hey, this person passed away. Like, what else do we have here? What are we really doing? Like, you stopping me from hanging out with the people that I need to be hanging out with. So I had to, like, cut those type of ties with people like that. Like, I can no longer do it. I need my own space to create the energy around me.
And so because they have a man, any man will do. They will do whatever they need to do psychologically to maintain a relationship with a dusty, degenerate, useless man that is cheating, abusing, and using them. That is what is happening here. I'm not saying that Tasha K is doing this with her man. I don't know her man. I don't know her relationship.
I'm going to go ahead and say it ain't shit. I'm going to go ahead and say her relationship, her marriage, whatever the fuck it ain't shit. Because she is about to say how she would be okay with let her man lay around and then she can go and lay around. Honey, Tasha K probably has laid it low and spread wide a few times throughout her marriage because Shrek wanted to go out there and get a new Fiona with big flat ass feet. Sure.
But this is the prescription. This is the argument of a person with low self-esteem and low value and with scarcity mindset. And yes, being single by yourself is an option. Because if you believe all men cheat, I think the next best thing is to be by yourself, not to be with a cheating man and open yourself up for all kind of STD risks.
Trying to see something. I'm trying to feel something. That's it. I ain't saying stay with him, but he did approach her and say, I want to separate. Remember that song? I should have left.
Okay, you're not saying stay with him, but that's what you're saying. Because if you're mad at her for filing for divorce, you are in fact, why are you afraid to stand by your position? Your position is trash, let's be very clear. Your position is trash. But why are you not willing to stand by your position? You are saying stay with him. You literally just said you don't want the marriage to end. The only way the marriage doesn't end if she stay with him, a cheating man. He cheated. Like, why are you afraid? Now she's going to sing this. That's just, let me get off the screen. Ain't nobody trying to hear. All right, play it.
My baby girl a message said I wouldn't be coming home. I'd rather be alone. She wouldn't truly understand me. That I'd rather leave than to cheat. She give me some time. I could be the man she needs, but there's a lot of lust
Can you shut the fuck up?
inside of me, and we've been together since our teenage years. I really don't mean her. And if you truly love someone, and he came to her first, which he did, to say, I need to separate. I do not want to hurt you. Give me some time.
Give me some time in Tasha K mind is okay. And that means allow him to cheat, do what he wants to do, not have self-discipline, and then come back to you. That's what give me some time is. And she's mad and yelling at Christy for not allowing Desmond to get some time to go cheat.
Hell no. You can't talk about nothing else, bitch. Like, you can't talk about nobody. Because why would you be pushing marriage and this bullshit that you be pushing? And this is your marriage. Like, I believe it, this is your marriage as well. If you're so easy to just, Shrek and just tell you he want a break. This is too easy. This is like cake work. I didn't know y'all was doing it like that, but it's like, listen, if y'all some people like open marriages, but it's like she shames women for not being married, which is crazy because if the woman doesn't want to be cheated on, obviously, you ain't shit. But the fact that you could take it and you could just go ahead now, you could do what you got to do. It's like, girl, like, why would you get married? Why would you not just stay single? Because it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. She called her babyface ex-wife. I forgot what she called her, but she called her a derogatory name. Girl, you owe that lady an apology, ma'am.
She's mad at Christy because Christy has self-worth, self-esteem, at least externally. We don't know this for a fact, but she was willing to say, you cheated, goodbye. And Tasha is not okay with that. While saying, listen to men, the men wanted to leave. Desmond wanted to leave. Desmond wanted a divorce. And you should listen to these men and not try to you should give them grace when they tell you what they want. And Chrissy heard, specifically after the cheating, what you're saying Desmond is saying, and you're mad at her instead of being mad at him for not wanting to hurt her, but hurting her anyways. Like, if you did not want to cheat, you could have filed for divorce and then go be with who you want to. I don't know how you're mad at her. Like, I'm still perplexed. She has not articulated any reason for why she's this upset with her specifically. I do think a lot of these women are just haters. I think a lot of them see Chrissy and they want her life. It is what it is. I said what I said. I think a lot of women, instead of dealing with the envy and hate, jealousy that exists in their soul, they're protecting a man who abused a woman by cheating on her. And that's insane. Your low self-esteem, your lack of value should not be projected outwards to tell someone who has a seemingly a higher self-esteem than you to do what you would do because you're okay with a dusty situationship. You're okay with your man cheating. That is you and your problem that you need to deal with. Don't tell her that she needs to deal with her man this way. No. She knows, hopefully, that she can be by herself. Or she can get another man, whichever works for her, she can do. She's not going to sit there and let some man play in her face because they've been together for a while. No, if you respect the relationship, you don't go out there and cheat. You don't get to come up here and sit and pretend like, oh, she is wrong for leaving a man who cheated on her. And she's wrong for not giving that man time to go sleep with other women and then come back to her. Like, what do you mean? That sounds like a you problem. And I'm not even saying you're wrong for that. If you want a relationship where your man go out there and zip it and do it and then come back to you, by all means do it. But do not sit there and tell someone that they need to do that which you would do with your no self-esteem having self.
It ain't easy being together since you were 14 years old. That's not easy. And the fact that they've been together for so long, that's the whole reason why I don't want them to separate. And I really hope that all these women that are bitter and damaged, I'm Team Christy, and you up over there pushing that bitterness, that damageness. Oh, he ain't shit, girl. I thought he was a dog. Come over here with me. We can lick each other's coochies.
Tasha K is the closeted dyke. Bitch, I swear, she is a closeted dyke and is upset about women who no longer give a damn about men. Like, what's your beef, bitch? Like, you are definitely suffering from internal homophobia. Tasha, honestly, I don't think nobody wants to lick your coochie. I mean, if your man is out here running the streets and, you know, laying up with you, I don't think nobody wants to lick it. It doesn't sound appetizing, bitch. Nothing, you said nothing good. You said nothing good, girl. Nothing.
We can be the men and the women to our children. Everybody witnessed Desmond be a good husband to her. Everybody saw that Desmond didn't want nothing to do with that damn camera.
If being bitter means making decisions for yourself after a man cheated on you, I hope more women become bitter. That's the first thing. The self-respect, that is. The second thing is, no, we did not see Desmond being a husband to her. As you pointed out in the beginning, those were clips made online and those aren't real. So based on your own criteria for what we should look to and understand, you disagree that Desmond is a good husband. The answer is we don't know if Desmond has been a good husband to her over the years because we don't have that information. What we have are edited clips that they put online that you in the beginning pointed out is not indicative of a good relationship. They are lying to us. Those are highlight reels from a life that we are not privy to. So you already dismantled your own argument in defense of Desmond, but you're still defending Desmond using an argument that you disregarded in the beginning. That is wild. First issue. Second issue, we know he's a trash husband because he cheated. So
all I'm saying is, I just felt like certain things, when you have a marriage that is that deep, some of that should have been protected.
Agreed. Desmond should have protected his marriage. You protect your marriage by not cheating on your spouse, but you are not addressing Desmond, you're addressing Christy. So the protection here, the only way to protect this is for Desmond to cheat and Christy to not file for divorce and stick by a dusty cheating man. Are you insane? Why would you sell marriage to women if you are saying the husband can cheat? I thought the whole point of getting married was so that the husband, like people, you are locked in.
I still cook for my husband. Now I don't wash his clothes. I pick his clothes out. That's how I do that, whatever. But I still take him lunch to the office. I still make sure the phones is turned off. We spend our quality time. Y'all barely see Shaq on the camera. We have a real relationship that has to be protected. We don't let people in our business. None of that.
You know what? She really does think that her mouth don't cast her life. If these are your views, what he could just cheat long as she ain't on the internet? Like what's going on here? Privately cheating. Is this what's going on? Allegedly.
They don't spend quality time, but they have 2 kids. Got it. I don't know how they got them 2 kids if they don't spend quality time, but period, Tasha K, since you all up in them people's business.
As I said, Jocelyn is being accused by strippers that she's hiring on Jocelyn's Cabaret of trying to take their vaginas and beating up people on TV. That's doing well. Okay. Now, however, when it comes to these 2 here, I just want them to leave y'all out the group chat. And work this out. Now I saw what he did. He looked gone, but he'll be right back.
Oh, that cat stank. That's why she take all them damn elixirs and potions and shit, bitch. She really is fighting the fucking pH demons. She really is doing that.
And they can be separated. She can go do her too. But this your husband, though, girl. This your husband. And you gonna let somebody like this? Somebody looking man. You gonna let somebody come take it? You're gonna go do you too, girl. Go do you too.
Does this bitch have schizophrenia? Like, no disrespect to anybody who is suffering from that. But like, girl, and anything else on my name, but girl, are you bipolar? Like, what is going on right now? Is this psychosis? Like, what's happening? Like, it's a shame, but people like that get talked about. But it's like, this lady is like, this is her regular. I mean, this don't make no sense. Which one is it? So you would be out there fighting over a man? Like, I don't know what's really going on. You talking about you private, but like, it's given that you out there windmilling for Shrek. It really is. Because all I know is if a man know that he can be out here cheating, he's going to go ahead and do it. Because like I said, why else did he marry you? Shut up.
He's a gorgeous guy.
Tell me that's not this. I see what he did. He looked gone, but he will be right back. So this is, he knows where home is. They can separate and she can go do her. What if she does not want that arrangement? What if she wants a man with discipline who does not want to go out and cheat? And even if you do want to do that, you don't. Again, this comes from someone who has no self-esteem. Also saying, oh, you're going to come let another woman take your man. No, the man going to let another woman take him. Ain't nobody care nothing about none of that. So you want Chrissy to compete for Desmond. Because you going to sit up there and compete for your husband. You think that it is okay to, ain't nobody got time.
They can work it out. I hate when people don't love people through their mistakes, but you say, I love you, but... I love Shaq.
Ew. love people through their mistakes. He cheated. I hate when people don't love, quote, I hate when people don't love people through their mistakes. I love Shaq. And it's like, wait.
No way. I love him. And whatever it is that we go through, everything can be worked out because I loved him. I love him. Everything can be worked out because I loved him. I love him. Everything can be worked out because I loved him. I love him. Everything can be worked out because I loved him. I love him. Now, I don't love him to the point where I'm going to neglect myself. I don't do that.
C-A-P. Cap. Cap.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself again. You love Shaq. You love Shaq. You love him. You hate when people don't love people through their mistakes. And then the next sentence is, you won't neglect yourself. So not everything can be worked out. When you say everything can be worked out, you lied, you misspoke, because you're saying not everything can be worked out. Is cheating something that you can work out? And if so, good on you. If Chrissy can't work out cheating, is she a bad wife for not being willing to sit with a man who promised not to cheat on her? Ignore the fact of potential children and disease. Sounding like Tyler Perry.
I love him unconditionally, the same way I love my child.
How the hell can you love your man like your child?
It's a different type of love. So there's really nothing Shaq can do that I'm going to take offense to and feel like he's doing it to me, because he is the most respectful person I have ever met. He is the kindest man that I've ever met. And I personally know that if anything goes wrong, he's not doing it to me. He's doing it to himself.
You are the one saying that if your husband came to you and wanted to open the marriage, you would do that. Not that you wanted to open the marriage, that if he triggers this, then you're willing to do it and go explore. And you would stay with a man who goes out there and does that because you're not leaving your husband, but she's stupid.
Some signs of mother wounds are difficulties with self-esteem, self-worth, struggling to establish healthy relationships, intense fears of abandonment, self-neglect, the inability to set healthy boundaries, and potentially recreating unhealthy mother-child dynamics in your other relationships and friendships.
You're not going to explain how she's stupid, but you just know she's stupid. You're going to call her stupid for leaving a man who cheated on her.
We know that's outside. We know because that's outside. We know it's outside. We don't want them. A lot of times we just want to play with them, but we don't want them. We don't want them. And Shaq be I'll be honest with you, he's just that man, like, he may decide, hey, man, I just need a break, 3 months. Okay, cool. Shaq gonna still pay the bills. He gonna still take care of me if I need him. That's the type. We'll be the type divorce, and he's still coming up to the house making sure everything's good. A lot of y'all got friends like that. A lot of y'all got ex-husbands that do that. You know what I'm saying? Or ex-lovers. They ain't going nowhere. They got you. Y'all love each other like that. That is what you call unconditional love. This right here, I'm like, y'all got to stop this shit. And all these young girls out here that ain't got no man, and y'all just come here, Chrissy, man, they're not good. They're not good. Girl.
She's yelling at young girls who have standards because she didn't have any. And that's sad. I do genuinely feel bad for the group of women who felt like they had to be a mule, a workhorse for men, provide for men while lifting this man's ego up because it's so fragile, and that they need to do their civil duty as a wife while the man brings nothing to the table. That's unfortunate. I do feel bad for them. Women will lower themselves to be with men.
How you want and watch him keep cheating? No. That's not what I said. Stop putting words in my mouth. What I said was, if you guys are two consenting adults, first of all, your marriage and how people run their marriage is a marriage. The agreement that I have with my husband, there's no one size fits all to marriage. And that's the reason why a lot of y'all can't have relationships, because
That sounds good. That does sound good, right? Marriage is not a one size fit all. Is that not a complete contradiction of what she was saying to Christy? You should do this. You should do that. As the woman of the house, this is what you're expected to do. Young women, you need to do this. As the woman of the house, you have to continue to do this. You are saying now marriage is not a one size fit all. At the end, when you're getting dragged rightfully by your comments, you are now defending your position by saying it's not a one size fit all, while you were trying to force Christy in that low self-esteem box of yours. Because people are calling you you out in your comments don't know. Now you are deciding, oh, it's not a one size fit all. Well, you should have known that before you started telling her how women generally should act. You are telling women to stay with cheating men. That's what you are doing. And that's what the comment is calling out. Saying that you will go out and cheat on them and still stay is not changing the whole trajectory of the conversation where you're saying cheating is fine. That's what you're saying. Cheating is fine. Now, I know you said your husband could come to you and tell you, and then y'all will open up the marriage. That is not what happened with Chrissy. So when you try to shoehorn what you would do into Chrissy's relationship, where Chrissy was not told, yes, we're going to open up a marriage on her part and his, that never happened. You're advocating for women to stay with cheating men. That's what you're doing.
That's right. Let's have a grown person conversation. I'm not thinking about blood pressure. I'm going to chase you down. A lot of women be thinking, oh, you're going to fall in love with them. Men don't love like that. They don't love everybody. They don't love every woman. It be lust. And a lot of y'all be thinking that. And then y'all be holding back your own lust, acting as if you ain't been attracted to the neighbor.
It's weird to divide love this way, where she's now essentially saying that you can love someone and abuse them. You can love someone and go cheat on them. I don't believe that. Now, there can be a difference in the way that we perceive love. So, period, I don't believe you can love someone and cheat on them. I don't think you love that person. I don't think you know what love is. I don't think you even respect them if you're out there cheating on them, much less love them. But it might be a difference in our understanding of love and her love. Apparently, Tasha K's version of love allows for cheating.
We grown over here. And if I've been having an adult conversation with a man that I've been married to for 20 years, and he comes to me and say, babe, listen, please, I don't want to know who it is. Okay, go. What the fuck? We separated. I'm going to do me right. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. And we going to agree to, okay, cool. All right. Outside too. What you talking about? Moving on.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Wanting to use other people's bodies to justify something about yourself, right? But do you consenting adults? Her interjecting that kind of consent is very strange here because Desmond cheated. What she's attempting to articulate here poorly is that Chrissy should have been willing to let Desmond sleep around until he's ready to come back to her. And while Tasha would do that because, I don't know, Tasha has some self-esteem issue, I don't know, or maybe she just is that girl. She could just be that girl, let me be clear. That's not Chrissy. She don't want these basic thinking that they're her equal, in the words of Megan Thee Stallion. Period.
Let's go get a drink. I'm telling you, these little young girls don't know they cooch from a hole in the wall. But they gonna learn. Yeah, you got that right. Because all I do is dress and rest.